Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Um, First thing that's coming up is to remind you that, again, this was like, sorry my hair is all crazy from just getting out of the shower. Remind you that time is fluid. I did a reading last week, and the first thing that we were talking about was like, separate yourself from time. Don't get stuck in time. So these readings are timeless. Whenever you come across it, that's when you need it. So don't stay stuck in time. Step in time. Now I'm hearing the Mary Poppins song. Step in time. Step in time. Step in time. Da, 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 da. It's the one with the chimney sweeps. Maybe Mary Poppins means something to somebody, and this is confirmation that this is for you. I'm not sure. Step in time. Oh, that's funny. And I just got a notification on my phone, a reminder that I put for myself to give my boss my availability, my schedule for 111 on my recording for September. It's like nailing down time. I've also got something up on my screen that says finding time for self-care. There's an email that I got talking about finding time for self-care. Don't get stuck in time. And yet here are these notifications about things that are very rooted in time. And then another notification from Starbucks. It says today from 12 to 6, like specific time. This is interesting. So there's something about time. I just heard rooting yourself. So I also get messages through songs, obviously. If you know me, you know I get messages through songs. I usually have my music on. I haven't done that in a while, but I sometimes get them, they drop in. There's one today that's trying to come through. I don't know what it is. All I know is it's by Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't know if she's ever done... I know that she sings, but I would not be able to name a song that she's done. Oh no, it's in one of her movies. She sang a duet? Is it in the movie Duets? Maybe it's just the word duet that we're searching for. Sliding Doors. Okay, so this is like two separate messages. There's one with a song that she's done. That's a message for someone. Look it up. Look up the lyrics for it. I don't know that I need to go into it specifically, but if that resonates with you, you're like, oh, I know that. I can't think of the song, but like that resonates with you. So look it up. And now I just saw the woman from TikTok or Instagram who's like, it's called manifesting. Look it up. So look it up. There's something in the song that's going to help you manifest something that you're working on. Okay? The other message is they're showing me one of the movies that she was in, one of my favorite movies, actually. It's called Sliding Doors. And it's about parallel timelines and what happens with just one small choice, just shifting one small choice or one event in time. She was running late for the subway, and one split second sooner, and she would have gone home and caught her fiance cheating on her in their place. On the one timeline, she does catch him. On the other timeline, she doesn't, because of a split second in time. If you're interested in that, go watch that movie. It's an older one, but it's like stepping forward. She stepped forward and she like opened the door of the train instead of just waiting for it to close in front of her. Or no, this little girl was playing on the stairs, and instead of running into her, she ran around her, and that's what gave her a split second longer. God, this is there's something very, very specific about time right now. So the email that I got was from the Daily Ohm, and the title is Embracing Micro Self-Care. Small acts of self-kindness build up, creating a foundation of strength, resilience, and confidence, which is really interesting that I got this today, because yesterday I recorded a reading. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be posting it, or it's already posted, about taking time for yourself. Or instead of like spending an hour cleaning on the weekend or 2 hours cleaning on the weekend, spending 10 minutes each day cleaning. But even, as far as self-care, taking 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there, taking care of yourself every single day, just little bits at a time. And instead of saying, I don't have time, making time, taking the time, it's like bending time to your will. There's blinders that someone has on about how much time they have because they think that a task, or they think that something that they need to do or want to do or should do for themselves, which could even be cleaning the house, like that's something that you do for your house, for yourself, would take way too much time, and so they don't have it. But in their mind, it's supposed to take an hour, when really it could be spread out. There's a very twin flamey energy here too, actually. It's like, I haven't seen them in a really long time. It's almost like they've been appearing to you little bits at a time. Little bits at a time in little ways. All right, let's get into the cards. Enables you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Stuck energy. Look at that. I was just talking about stuck energy. Don't get stuck in time. What is stuck in time? You're stuck in a certain period of time. I want to read what this one says in the book. You're stuck in an old version of you. Look this up. Going nowhere. An old-fashioned truck is stuck deeply in the mud, clearly not going anywhere. A frustrated man sits on top, trying to discern how he's going to get out. Similarly, you're looking at a situation in your life where you feel overwhelmingly stuck, and you simply don't know how to change things. Perhaps you're in a job that's dissatisfying, yet you feel like you can't leave because of the money. Maybe you're in a relationship that's stifling, or even in some way dishonoring to you, yet you feel you must stay. Perhaps for the kids, or because you believe you can't make it on your own. Whatever it is, you find yourself so deeply entrenched that you can't seem to move. Yet, take a moment to notice the rainbow and orbs behind the man. These represent the power of your own spirit, and the message here is a life lesson from your soul. It's time to know that you do have the power to resolve this seemingly unresolvable situation. Stop and figure out the logical steps you need to take. Meditate on the strength of your soul. You always have options, and you are resourceful and capable enough to figure them out. Only you have the power to choose the direction of your life. No matter what you're dealing with, you can get unstuck. You can get unstuck from time. It was like one small moment in time, one life choice led to either one path or the other path. But I'm going to tell you something. It was kind of a detour. Not catching him ended up pretty much in the same place that the other path did too. It's just that she took a really long detour to get there. But she got there to the same place. So there's some of you that feel like you have wasted time. that you've wasted time. And a lot of time it's just like being frozen, being stuck in place, not knowing what to do, and so not doing anything at all. That's like sometimes the ADD overwhelm. There's so much stuff to do that you get overwhelmed by the scope of it, and so you don't do anything instead of chipping away at it little bits at a time. You know, if you decide you want to lose weight, it seems very daunting to start a new routine, to like, I can't go to the gym and work out for an hour or whatever. It's like, don't. I work out in my living room. In the morning, I just watch videos. Sometimes it's a 15-minute video, and then I do another 10-minute one, or sometimes it's just a 20-minute one, and that's it. I started out with a 10-minute one in the first place. It's like trying to go from A to Z by skipping over all the other things. To get unstuck, remove one variable. Remove one variable. Like I'm looking at the date on my computer, July 30th. If you get stuck on the fact that this was a message for today, it doesn't make sense for you right now, or you didn't watch it on this day, or whatever. It's not for me, because whatever. You get stuck on that. You get stuck in linear thinking. You're stuck in linear thinking, that's what it is. You're stuck in thinking. There's something in your heart that keeps you stuck in your mind. I just had my students the other day, my Reiki students, say, like, declare, I don't know all the things. I don't know all the things. I'm not supposed to know all the things. I know some of the things. I have a lot of experience, 12-12 on my recording. But there's so much to learn. There's something that you need to learn right now. There's a tip. There's a trick. There's a technique. You've got blinders on about something. You have blinders on about something and you think that you're unable to move forward. Someone has fear of loss, fear of abandonment, fear of change. Someone has a trick for you. Someone has a perspective for you that's like, oh, I never thought of it that way. That's manageable. I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. You need some sort of motivation that takes the pressure off of you. Someone suggested to me the other day, why don't you do one of those shorts that they do on there? And I never really thought about it because I never really did those before. I haven't looked into it. I don't really know how to post them or make them or whatever. But I was like, oh, right, because that's a thing right now. I mean, I watch them. Somebody has knowledge for you that for some reason you didn't think to open up to it. It's like I have to figure it out myself, and so I'm stuck here. It's like one tiny little small step. You have to push yourself to do that one tiny little small step. It only takes a second. It only takes a second. That sounds like my mother coming out of my mouth. My mom saying it's only going to take a minute. It's a lot longer if you put it off or whatever. Four of Pentacles. This has to do with money. Oh, okay. Some of you are stuck because of money. Money worries and that keeps you frozen in place. It just takes one small step. So saving. Like this to me looks like a savings account. Really honoring what you have and holding on to it in a way that you haven't before. So saving right now is going to help you to feel like you have a backup. Like when you have something come up that you want to do or that your kids want to do or whatever, you don't immediately go to this panic, like, I don't have the money for that, or into lack. But you don't have to like put hundreds of thousands of dollars away right away, put all your money away right away. Do little tiny bits at a time. Do little bits at a time that you don't even notice. I've been collecting change from around the house, and sometimes it just randomly appears. I talked about this in one of my readings before too. It was just like a quarter. If I imagine the energy of $1 million, like that seems very far off. That is overwhelming. That's like, how do I resonate with that? I've never had $1 million, like all at one time. But I do have a quarter, which is on my way to it, right? It's 25 cents more than I had before. So I would put it aside and I would honor it, or I would put it in my bra, kind of like a crystal, to absorb the energy of it. I need to start doing that again. And then randomly another quarter showed up on my floor, and then 3 quarters showed up on my desk. I don't even know where they came from. Maybe my kids put them there. I have no idea. But this pile, with just the appreciation of what it was that was accumulating, started to grow. And then there's like dollar bills, and now I have, just in this box that I have, this Reiki box, I have like all of these bills, and they're all $1 bills, which doesn't matter. It's more than the 25 cents that I had too, but all of that is in here too. There's like so much change in here, stuff too. I just looked at it yesterday and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even realize I had that much in there. That's what, like, out of sight, out of mind. Add to it, and then it accumulates. That goes for anything that you put energy towards. So if it's about money, put little bits away right now. Something that you won't notice, even if it's just $1. $1 every day or something like that. But have it be out of sight, out of mind. And then the next time you come to look at it, it's going to be bigger than you thought. Like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10-minute workout. 10-minute workout. If you do it 3 days a week, you're going to come back and look, like, take a picture then. And then come back to it a month later. Stick with it. Come back to it a month later. Take a picture of yourself a month later and compare them. And you're not even going to realize. You won't have seen necessarily this massive progression, but when you look at those, you will see, oh wow, look at that tone that I've got right there. I wasn't really noticing that. That feels good. Or your stamina, or the amount of energy that you have. This is really about, man, moving that energy. You have to move it with movement. For some of you, it's about working out. Some of you, it's about money. Some of you, it's about all of these things. There's something that you need to do for yourself. But you're thinking too big. It's like one decision taking 1 second longer, or just committing that extra minute that you may have. Like, put your phone down. I guarantee if you put your phone down for an hour, let's start out with an hour, you would have so much extra time you wouldn't even know what to do with yourself. I don't think you realize how much time we waste getting distracted in different places on your phone. Commit that time to yourself. Commit that energy to something in the present. Right? I feel super frustrated right now. There's this energy that's come through that's like, some of you need to take more time to eat something healthy in the morning. Or eat just anything in the morning to sustain you. You're taking too much time doing one thing and not enough time taking care of something that will help to give you more time later. If you have more energy because you've nourished yourself, you will have more time later. It'll be more like you won't be so tired later because you have that time. But when you get back from work or something like that, you have to rest because you're so tired because you didn't nourish yourself. There's something about that. For some of you, it's about cutting back on the coffee, drinking mushroom coffee. There's something about mushrooms lately. Nourishing yourself with mushroom coffee first thing in the morning, or something like that. Okay? That's what I got for today. Love you guys.